My beloved child, take this message seriously. Do not treat this moment as something ordinary. Do not hurry past these words as if they appeared before you by accident. I have allowed this message to reach you because there is something within your heart that needs to be awakened, comforted, corrected, and strengthened. My child, you have been carrying more than people can see. You have smiled while questions moved quietly inside you. You have continued your days while a part of your soul kept asking whether I still noticed the weight you were holding. You have wondered why certain prayers have taken so long, why certain doors did not open, why certain people became distant, and why your heart still feels tired even when you try to stay faithful. I know the prayers you repeated when sleep would not come. I know the courage it took to rise again after another disappointment, and still whisper my name when morning came quietly. I saw every hidden battle. I heard every prayer that came out as a whisper. I understood every silence when your lips had no words left. My beloved child, this message is not here to frighten you. It is here to call you closer. It is here to remind you that I am still speaking, even when the noise around you has made my voice feel far away. It is here to tell you that you are not forgotten, not misplaced, not abandoned, and not invisible to heaven. You may feel unseen by people, but you are seen by me. You may feel overlooked by the world, but your life has remained before my eyes. My child, there are seasons when your spirit becomes so weary that even hope feels heavy. You try to pray, but the words come slowly. You try to believe, but memories of disappointment rise against you. You try to move forward, but the past keeps reaching for your attention. And in those moments, the enemy wants you to believe that my silence means my absence. But listen carefully. Silence is not absence. Waiting is not rejection. Delay is not denial. My beloved child, I have been working in places your eyes could not reach. I have been arranging what you could not arrange. I have been protecting you from paths that looked desirable but carried hidden sorrow. I have been closing what would have weakened you, slowing what would have overwhelmed you, and preparing what your heart was not yet ready to carry. You thought nothing was happening, but heaven was moving quietly. You thought you were losing time, but I was shaping depth within you. My child, I know there are wounds that still speak. There are words someone said that return at night. There are moments of rejection that still try to define your worth. There are disappointments you have buried so deeply that you do not always know why your heart suddenly feels heavy. I do not ignore those places. I enter them with mercy. I bring light into what pain tried to hide. My beloved child, take this message seriously because your next season requires a heart that can hear me. You cannot keep walking only by old fear. You cannot keep measuring your future by what hurt you before. You cannot keep calling yourself by the names that shame, rejection, and delay placed upon you. I am calling you by a higher name. You are my beloved child. You are still held. You are still being formed. You are still being led. My child, do not confuse exhaustion with defeat. Many times you have thought, I am tired, so I must be failing. But even strong souls become weary when they have carried long battles. Weariness does not mean I have left you. Weariness means you need to come closer and let me restore what the journey has drained. Come to me without pretending. Come with your questions. Come with your tears. Come with the parts of you that still tremble. My beloved child, I am not asking you to perform strength before me. I am asking you to let me be your strength. I am not asking you to have everything understood before you trust. I am asking you to place your hand in mine while the road is still unclear. This is faith, not the absence of questions, but the decision to remain near me while questions remain. My child, there is a reason this word is reaching you now. Something in you has been standing at the edge of giving up on expectation. You have been tempted to lower your hope so disappointment cannot reach you again. You have been tempted to say, maybe this is all my life will ever be. But I am speaking into that place today. Do not bury hope before I have finished the story. Do not call the wilderness your final home. Do not mistake a hard chapter for the end of my promise. My beloved child, I have carried you through nights you thought would break you. I have kept you through storms that could have hardened your soul. I have watched you choose kindness when bitterness knocked. I have seen you keep going when no one clapped, no one understood, and no one knew how much it cost you. Heaven has not forgotten that faithfulness. My child, this message is a holy pause, a moment to stop running in your mind, A moment to let my peace enter the places where fear has been speaking too loudly. A moment to remember that I am not only the God of open doors, but also the God of hidden preparation. I am not late. I am not careless. I am not confused about your life. My beloved child, I know exactly where you are. I know what you need. I know what must be healed before it can be held. I know what must be released before you can receive. I know what must be strengthened before the next door opens. So listen with your whole heart. Let these words go deeper than your emotions. Let them reach the place where you almost stopped believing. My child, take this message seriously, because I am drawing you close before I lead you forward. I am steadying your heart before I show you what comes next. I am reminding you that you are not alone before we walk into the wilderness together. And in that wilderness, you will discover something you did not expect. I still see you there. My beloved child, as I draw you close before leading you forward, I want you to know this with a certainty deeper than feeling. I still see you in the wilderness. I see you when the road feels dry. I see you when the place around you looks empty. I see you when your heart wonders whether anyone truly understands what this season has cost you. My child, the wilderness is not always a physical place. Sometimes it is a season inside the soul. You can sit in a familiar room, speak to familiar people, keep doing familiar tasks, and still feel as though you are walking through a dry land where answers are scarce and comfort feels far away. I know that place. I know the silence that seems to stretch. I know the prayers that feel like they rise and return without reply. I know the weariness of walking when your spirit wants to sit down and cry. My beloved child, you may have thought this wilderness meant you had been forgotten. You may have looked at closed doors, delayed answers, empty spaces, and quiet heavens and wondered if my eyes had turned from you. But I tell you now, I have not looked away from you for one moment. You are seen in the place where you feel hidden. You are heard in the place where you feel silent. You are held in the place where you feel alone. My child, remember Hagar in the wilderness. She was pushed away from what was familiar. She carried pain, fear, and a child she loved into a land that seemed to offer no comfort. The water ran out, her strength ran low, her hope became thin. She could not bear to watch what she feared would happen, so she placed the boy at a distance and wept. But I saw her there. I heard the cry rising from that lonely ground. I did not wait for a crowd to notice her. I did not require her to sound strong. I met her in the wilderness. My beloved child, this is what I want you to understand. The wilderness may make you feel invisible to people, but it does not make you invisible to me. Hagar thought the story was ending because her eyes could only see thirst, distance, and despair. But I opened her eyes and there was water near her. The provision was closer than her fear allowed her to see. The answer was near, but grief had covered her sight. My child, there are wells near you too. Some you have not recognized yet. Some I have kept hidden until the right moment. Some are not the answer you expected, but they are the mercy your soul needs. Do not assume that because you feel dry, I have prepared nothing. I am still providing. I am still watching. I am still holding back what would harm you and guiding you toward what will restore you. My beloved child, the wilderness can feel cruel because it strips away distractions. It reveals what your heart has been leaning on. It shows you where fear still speaks loudly. It uncovers the places where your identity became tied to people, approval, results, or timing. But I do not reveal these things to shame you. I reveal them to free you. I reveal them to bring you back to the foundation that cannot be shaken. My child, when everything around you feels uncertain, my presence remains certain. When people cannot explain your pain, I understand it completely. When others only see the outside of your life, I see the hidden places where you have fought to keep believing. I saw you keep going. I saw you choose patience. I saw you hold back bitter words when pain wanted to speak through you. I saw you pray with a tired heart. My beloved child, do not despise this season simply because it feels quiet. The wilderness is often where I teach the soul to hear me more clearly. In crowded places, you may hear every voice except mine. But in the wilderness, when the noise becomes thin, you begin to recognize the tone of my whisper. I am not far from you. I am nearer than the fear that troubles you. I am nearer than the memory that hurts you. I am nearer than the question you cannot answer. My child, there is something holy happening beneath the dryness. A root grows downward before a tree grows upward. A spring often moves beneath stone before it breaks through the surface. A morning begins in darkness before the first light touches the sky. In the same way, I am working beneath what you can measure. Do not call the unseen empty. Do not call the quiet useless. Do not call the waiting wasted. My beloved child, I know you have asked why this season has lasted so long. I know you have wondered why certain things have not changed as quickly as your heart hoped. But some work cannot be rushed without leaving the soul fragile. Some healing needs time. Some preparation needs hidden days. Some strength is formed only when you learn that I am enough even before the answer arrives. This is not punishment. This is formation. This is my hand shaping you gently in a place where the world cannot interrupt what I am doing. My child, you may feel like no one notices how much courage it takes to keep walking, but heaven notices. Heaven sees the faith that remains when comfort feels distant. Heaven sees the trust that still whispers my name when emotions are tired. Heaven sees the love that keeps choosing light even when the heart has known shadows. Your wilderness faith is precious to me. It is not small. It is not weak. It is not forgotten. My beloved child, lift your head a little. You do not have to see the whole road today. You do not have to understand every turn. You do not have to force strength that is not there. Let me be strength for you. Let me become the water your soul needs. Let me open your eyes to the well I have placed near your life. I will not leave you to collapse in the wilderness. I will not let thirst write the final line of your story. I will not abandon the child I have called mine. My child, this wilderness is not your burial place. It is not the end of your promise. It is not proof that I have withdrawn my love. It is the place where I am teaching you to see differently, trust more deeply, and discover provision you would have missed in an easier season. I still see you here. I still speak to you here. I still prepare water for you here. And as your eyes begin to open in this wilderness, I will show you the next truth. The well is closer than you think, and what you believed was far away may already be waiting near the place where your tears have fallen even now, my beloved child, with tender mercy. My beloved child, as you begin to understand that I still see you in the wilderness, I want to open your heart to another truth. The well is closer than you think. The help is nearer than fear has told you. The provision is not as far away as your weariness has imagined. My child, when the soul becomes tired, it can look at a blessing and not recognize it. Pain can narrow your vision until all you see is what is missing. Fear can make the road ahead look empty, even when I have already placed water near your steps. That is what happened to Hagar. She was not careless. She was overwhelmed. She was not faithless. She was exhausted. My beloved child, she had reached the edge of what she could carry. The desert around her looked final. The water was gone. The strength in her body was fading. Her heart could not imagine another answer. So she turned away from what she loved because pain convinced her that the end had arrived. But I had not ended her story. I opened her eyes, and when her eyes were opened, she saw a well nearby. My child, understand this carefully. The well did not become real only when she noticed it. It was already there. The provision was already near. The mercy was already waiting. Her grief had only hidden what my love had prepared. This is true in your life too. There are answers you have not recognized because you expected them to come in another form. There are protections you called rejection because they arrived through closed doors. There are delays you called silence because you could not see what I was preparing beneath the surface. There are people who left and you thought your heart had been abandoned, but I knew they could not carry the next season with you. My beloved child, not every loss is punishment. Not every closed door is denial. Not every silence is emptiness. Sometimes, my mercy stands near you in a form your pain does not yet understand. My child, the well may be closer than you think, but it may not look like what you asked for. You may have asked me for one door, and I may be preparing another. You may have asked me to restore one connection, and I may be protecting you from returning to a place that would drain your peace again. You may have asked for a quick answer, and I may be forming strength in you that will make the answer safer to carry. Do not reject my provision because it arrives differently. Do not despise my help because it looks quiet. Do not call my protection cruelty because it does not match your plan. My beloved child, I know your heart has wondered why certain things disappeared, why that opportunity closed, why that person became distant, why the words you longed to hear never came, why the season that once felt promising became dry. But I want you to look again with me. Some doors closed, because behind them was confusion. Some people left because their presence would have kept you tied to an old version of yourself. Some delays remained because your roots needed to grow deeper before the weight of the blessing arrived. My child, I do not waste your wilderness. Even there I am placing wells. Sometimes the well is a sudden peace that comes while nothing outward has changed. Sometimes the well is a small word from someone who does not know how much you needed it. Sometimes the well is the strength to endure one more day. Sometimes the well is a closed door that saves you from a hidden sorrow. Provision is not always loud. Mercy is not always dramatic. My hand is often quiet but never absent. My beloved child, ask me to open your eyes before you decide there is nothing left. Ask me to show you what your fear has hidden. Ask me to reveal the water I have placed near you. You may be standing closer to help than you realize. You may be grieving beside the very place where I intend to refresh you. Do not let despair write the ending. Do not let weariness name the season. Do not let pain convince you that I have prepared nothing. My child, I know you have looked at your life and seen dry ground, but I see seeds beneath it. I see roots forming. I see a path being cleared. I see mercy already moving toward you from directions you have not considered. Your eyes see the lack. My eyes see the preparation. Trust what I see. Lean into what I know. Rest in what I am doing. My beloved child, there is a reason I am teaching you to see differently. The next season will require spiritual sight. If you only judge by what appears easy, you may miss what is holy. If you only trust what feels familiar, you may walk past what I am sending. If you only value the answers you imagined, you may overlook the answer I designed. I am not bound to your expectation. I am faithful beyond it. My child, sometimes the well is found after surrender. Not because I enjoy seeing you empty, but because surrender clears the fog from your eyes. When your hands stop gripping what cannot give life, they become ready to receive what I have placed nearby. When your heart stops insisting on one outcome, it begins to notice my nearness in unexpected places. Surrender is not defeat. It is the moment your soul stops fighting my mercy. My beloved child, I want you to bring me the places where you feel there is no water. Bring me the dry prayer. Bring me the tired hope. Bring me the unanswered question. Bring me the ache you hide from others, because you do not want to sound weak. I will not shame you for thirst. I will meet you in it. I will show you where to drink. I have not forgotten your thirst, and I have not misplaced the answer you need today. My child, lift your eyes gently. There is still provision. There is still grace. There is still a way I can make in the wilderness. I can bring streams into the dry places. I can cause life to rise where you thought nothing could grow. I can turn what felt like abandonment into a testimony of how near I truly was. The well is closer than you think. The mercy is closer than you feel. The answer is closer than your fear has allowed you to believe. My beloved child, do not walk away from hope. Do not sit in the desert and call it the end. I am opening your eyes with tenderness. I am teaching you to recognize my hand in hidden places. I am showing you that what looks empty may already be holding water. And as your eyes open to the well nearby, I will teach you another truth your heart must carry. Do not measure my presence by your feelings. My beloved child, as your eyes begin to open to the well I have placed near you, I want to teach your heart another truth that will steady you in every dry place. Do not measure my presence by your feelings. Do not decide I am near only when your heart feels warm. Do not decide I have left only because your emotions feel tired, quiet, or confused. My child, feelings are real, but they are not always reliable guides. But they cannot always tell you the full truth about where I am or what I am doing. Your feelings change. My faithfulness does not. Your emotions rise and fall. My presence remains. My beloved child, there are days when you feel strong in faith and prayer flows easily from your lips. Then there are days when you sit before me and feel almost nothing. The words are slow, the heart is heavy, the room feels quiet, and you begin to wonder if something is wrong with you or if I have withdrawn myself from you. Listen to me gently. I am not absent because you feel empty. I am not far because you feel tired. I am not silent because you are unworthy. My child, clouds can cover the sun without removing it from the sky. The day can appear gray, yet the light is still there above what your eyes can see. In the same way, sorrow can cover your emotions, Exhaustion can cover your sensitivity and disappointment can cover your awareness, but none of those things can remove my presence from your life. I remain with you beneath the cloud. I remain with you in the gray morning. I remain with you when your heart cannot feel what your spirit must learn to trust. My beloved child, there are seasons when I allow you to walk by faith, not by feeling. I want your roots to grow deeper than emotion. If you only trust me when you feel peace, then fear will rule you whenever peace feels hidden. If you only believe I am near when you feel comfort, then every dry day will become an accusation against my love. I am teaching you something stronger. Trust that remains. Faith that stays. Love that does not vanish when emotion becomes quiet. My child, remember the seed beneath the soil. It does not feel sunlight while it is buried in darkness. It does not see the bloom that will come. Yet beneath the surface, life is already working. Roots are forming in hidden places. Strength is developing where no one applauds. So it is with you. Some of my deepest work in you happens when you feel the least. Some of my strongest formation happens in silence. Some of my most tender nearness is hidden beneath ordinary days. My beloved child, do not punish yourself for not feeling everything. There have been times when you thought true faith should always feel bright, alive, and certain. But I see the faith that keeps praying when emotion is low. I see the faith that whispers my name when the heart feels numb. I see the faith that chooses obedience without a wave of inspiration. That faith is precious to me. That faith is not small. That faith is being refined. My child, feelings can be like weather. They may be bright in the morning and heavy by evening. They may shift because of weariness, memories, stress, loneliness, or harsh words. If you build your understanding of me on those changes, your soul will never rest. You will keep asking, where is God, every time the weather changes inside you. But I am not weather. I am foundation. I am the rock beneath your feet. I am the Father who remains when every inner storm passes. My beloved child, there are moments when your heart feels cold because it has been protecting itself. There are moments when you feel distant because pain has taught you to step back before you are hurt again. I do not condemn that. I come closer there. I meet you with patience, not pressure. Even when you cannot sense me clearly, your weakness has never made me turn away from you. I am still gentle with the heart that comes honestly and empty hands today. My child, you do not need to create feelings in order to prove love to me. You do not need to force tears to show sincerity. You do not need to sound spiritual enough before I hear you. Come as you are. Come with confidence or trembling. Come with words or with quiet breathing. I know how to receive you. I know how to read the prayer beneath your silence. My beloved child, the enemy often uses your emotions against you. He whispers that because you feel dry, you must be failing. Because you feel afraid, you must have no faith. Because you feel weary, you must have been forgotten. But those are lies built on temporary feelings. Do not let passing emotions write permanent conclusions. Do not let a hard week define my eternal love. Do not let a heavy night erase everything I have already carried you through. My child, I have been with you in places where you did not feel me. I was there when you survived what you thought would break you. I was there when you took another step with tears hidden behind your face. I was there when you held your tongue, chose patience, forgave quietly, and kept believing with a small flame left. You may not have felt strong, but my strength was holding you. You may not have felt guided, but my hand was still directing you. My beloved child, learn to speak truth to your feelings. Do not hate them. Do not ignore them. Bring them to me. Say, Father, I feel afraid, but you are still faithful. I feel tired, but you are still near. I feel uncertain, but you still know the way. I feel empty, but you are still my source. This is how your heart learns stability, not by denying emotion, but by placing emotion beneath truth. My child, the day will come when you will look back and realize that I was present in the moments that felt most silent. You will see my fingerprints in delays, my protection in closed doors, my kindness in the strength that kept you moving, my voice in the quiet nudges you almost dismissed. Then you will understand. I was never as far as fear said. My beloved child, do not measure my presence by your feelings. Measure it by my promise. Measure it by my character. Measure it by the cross, by the mercy that has followed you, by the grace that kept you alive, by the countless unseen ways I have carried you. I am with you when you feel joy. I am with you when you feel nothing. I am with you when the wilderness feels silent. And as you learn to stand on my presence instead of your emotions, I will teach you the next strength your soul must carry. Peace is the weapon of mature souls. My beloved child, as you learn not to measure my presence by your feelings, I want to teach your soul how to stand when trouble rises around you. Peace is the weapon of mature souls, not panic, not reaction, not the need to prove yourself in every storm. Peace. My child, the world does not understand this kind of strength. The world thinks strength is noise. It thinks power is a louder voice, a quicker answer, a sharper defense. But I tell you, there is a deeper strength that heaven recognizes. It is the strength of a soul that remains anchored in me while everything around it shakes. That peace is not weakness. That peace is not denial. That peace is not pretending the battle is small. My beloved child, peace is the holy confidence that I am still God, even when the wind is loud. Peace is the quiet decision to remain in my hands when your mind wants to run ahead and solve what only I can carry. Peace is the place where fear loses its throne and my voice becomes clear again. The enemy knows this. That is why he works so hard to steal your peace. My child, when he cannot destroy your faith, he tries to disturb your mind. He sends pressure, accusation, delay, misunderstanding, and sudden fear. He wants you restless. He wants you reacting before you pray, speaking before you listen, deciding before you discern. Because a troubled soul struggles to hear me, but a peaceful soul becomes dangerous to darkness. My beloved child, peace closes doors that panic tries to open. When you remain calm in me, not because life is easy, but because you know I am near, you are declaring something in the unseen realm. You are saying, my Father is still in control. This storm does not own me. This fear does not lead me. My child, remember Jesus in the boat while the storm rose against the disciples. The waves were real. The wind was real. The danger felt real to those inside the boat. Yet Jesus slept. He did not sleep because he was careless. He rested because he knew the authority of the Father was greater than the storm around him. Then he stood and spoke peace over the wind, and what had been raging had to become still. My beloved child, I want your soul to learn that same rest. Not a rest that ignores reality, but a rest that knows reality is not higher than my authority. You can acknowledge the storm without surrendering your heart to it. You can see the waves without letting them become your master. This is maturity. This is trust. This is peace becoming a weapon. My child, there are battles you have made heavier because you fought them first in panic. You replayed conversations. You imagined outcomes. You carried tomorrow and the unknown years ahead inside one tired heart. But your heart was never created to carry all of that. I did not ask you to hold the whole world. I ask you to hold my hand. My beloved child, when your mind begins to race, come back to me. Do not let every thought become a command. Do not let every fear become an assignment. Do not let every problem pull you out of my presence. Breathe. Pause. Let my name become the doorway back into peace. Say, Father, I am here. Say, Father, you are with me. Say, Father, lead my heart into stillness. My child, peace does not mean you do nothing. Peace means you move from the right place. You speak after listening. You decide after surrendering. You act without being ruled by terror. A soul at peace can still work, plan, confront, and build, but it does so from faith, not from chaos. Rest in me does not make you passive. It makes you steady. My beloved child, remember Jehoshaphat when a great army came against Judah. The danger was not small, but instead of running into fear, he turned the people toward me. He confessed that they did not know what to do, but their eyes were on me. When my children place their eyes on me, heaven begins to move in ways human strength cannot reproduce. My child, I did not ask them to win by panic. I led them forward with praise. While worship rose, I fought the battle in a way they could not have arranged by their own hands. This is what peace does. It makes room for my power. It stops your soul from trying to become its own savior. My beloved child, there are situations in your life that peace must enter before the answer arrives. You have asked me to change the circumstance, and I am also changing the way your soul stands inside it. You have asked me to quiet the storm, and I am teaching you to carry stillness while the storm is still learning to obey. Do not despise this lesson. It is forming you. My child, mature peace is not born in perfect surroundings. It is born when you choose my presence in imperfect surroundings. It grows when you refuse to let bitterness write your response. It deepens when you pray instead of explode. It becomes strong when you let me hold what you cannot fix. Peace is practiced. Peace is received. My beloved child, guard it carefully. Do not give your peace away to every opinion, every delay, every rude word, every imagined fear, every unanswered question. When something tries to steal it, bring that thing before me before it builds a home inside you. Let me carry it. Let me speak truth over it. My child, when peace rules your heart, you will begin to see differently. You will no longer mistake every closed door for rejection. You will no longer treat every delay like abandonment. You will no longer believe every anxious thought that enters your mind. You will begin to discern what is from me and what is only noise. My beloved child, I am not asking you to become emotionless. I created you to feel. I know your tears. I know your trembling. But I am teaching your feelings to rest under my truth. Fear may knock, but it does not have to rule. My child, receive my peace now. Not the fragile peace that depends on everything being easy. Not the shallow peace that disappears when someone misunderstands you. Not the temporary peace built on perfect plans. Receive my peace, the peace that remains because I remain. Let it guard your mind. Let it steady your breath. My beloved child, peace is the weapon of mature souls, because peace keeps you joined to me in the middle of battle. And when you remain joined to me, fear cannot command you, anger cannot shape you, and darkness cannot easily pull you away from truth. So stand in my peace today, beloved child. Walk in my peace. Answer from my peace. And as you learn this holy weapon, I will show you the next truth your heart must carry. Let me fight the battles you cannot carry. My beloved child, as you learn that peace is the weapon of mature souls, I want you to understand why I call you into stillness. Let me fight the battles you cannot carry. Not every battle was given to your hands. Not every weight was meant for your shoulders. Not every enemy needs your answer before my power can move. My child, I know how your heart reaches for control when trouble rises. You want to fix what is broken, explain what was misunderstood, defend what was attacked, and solve what feels uncertain. You think if you do not move immediately, everything will fall apart. But I am teaching you another way, a deeper way, a way of trust. My beloved child, there are battles that become heavier because you try to carry them alone. You hold the words people said. You hold the fear of what may happen. You hold the pressure to make everyone understand. You hold yesterday, tomorrow, and the hidden things you cannot predict. Your soul was not created for that burden. You were created to walk with me. My child, letting me fight does not mean you do nothing. It means you stop believing you must be the savior of your own story. It means you obey where I lead, speak when I tell you to speak, stay silent when wisdom calls for silence, and place the outcome back into my hands. That is not weakness, that is faith with roots. My beloved child, remember Israel standing before the Red Sea. Behind them was the army of Egypt. Before them was water they could not cross. To human eyes, it looked like the end of the road. Fear screamed from every direction. There was no visible path, no easy answer, no way for their strength to solve what surrounded them. But I was there. The sea was not greater than my command. The army was not greater than my covenant. The impossible place was not impossible to me. My child, I told them to stand still and see my salvation. Not because their fear was imaginary, but because my power was greater than what pursued them. Then I opened a road where no road had been. I made the water obey. I turned a trapped place into a testimony. I can do the same in your life. My beloved child, you may feel trapped between what is chasing you and what blocks you. Old fear behind you, unanswered questions before you, pressure on both sides. Your mind may say, there is no way forward, but I am not limited by what you can see. I can make a path through what looks closed. I can protect you from what pursues. I can lead you through what your strength cannot divide. My child, there are also battles I fight while you worship. Remember Jehoshaphat and Judah when a vast army came against them. They did not pretend threat was small. They did not speak empty confidence. They came before me and said, we do not know what to do, but our eyes are on you. That prayer matters, that posture moves heaven. My beloved child, I did not ask them to win by frantic striving. I led them to worship, and as they praised, I moved in the battle. The enemy was confused. The threat collapsed. What looked too large for human strength became a place where my faithfulness was revealed. Do you see, my child? Praise is not denial. Worship is not escape. Trust is not laziness. When you worship in the middle of pressure, you are placing the battle in the right hands. My child, there are situations in your life where you have been wearing yourself down trying to make every person see the truth. You have repeated your heart. You have explained your intentions. You have tried to defend your character before people whose hearts were not ready to see clearly. Let me fight that battle too. I know how to reveal truth. I know how to defend what belongs to me. My beloved child, this does not mean every misunderstanding will be corrected. It does not mean every accusation will fall when you want it. But it does mean you do not have to destroy your peace trying to control how others see you. Your name is safe in my hands. Your story is safe in my hands. Your future is safe in my hands. My child, sometimes I fight by changing the circumstance. Sometimes I fight by changing your heart inside the circumstance. Sometimes I remove the enemy. Sometimes I remove the fear the enemy used to control you. Sometimes I open the door. Sometimes I teach you that the closed door was protection. Do not limit the way I fight. Trust my wisdom. My beloved child, remember Daniel in the lion's den. The lions were present. The darkness was real. The danger was not symbolic, but I sent my angel and shut the mouths that were meant to devour him. Daniel did not need to defeat the lions with his own hands. He needed to remain faithful where I could guard him. My child, there are mouths I can shut. There are plans I can interrupt. There are dangers I can restrain. You may not see all the ways I protect you. You may not know every trap I have turned aside. You may never hear every word I silenced before it pierced your soul. But I have been fighting for you in ways your eyes could not measure. My beloved child, give me the battles stealing your rest. Give me the need to prove yourself. Give me the fear that you will be forgotten if you do not force the answer. Give me the burden of making people understand what only I can reveal. Lay it down right now, not because it does not matter. Lay it down because it matters too much for human strength alone. My child, when you release the battle to me, your hands become free for obedience. Your heart becomes free for peace. Your mind becomes free to hear my voice. You stop wasting strength on what only I can govern, and you begin using your strength where I have called you. This is wisdom. This is surrender. This is victory, beginning in the secret place. My beloved child, let me fight the battles you cannot carry. Keep your heart clean. Keep your hands obedient. Keep your eyes on me. Do not rush into anger. Do not answer from panic. Do not let pressure pull you out of my presence. I am not passive concerning your life. I am not silent because I am powerless. I am moving with perfect timing. My child, there is no army too large, no sea too deep, no den too dark, no accusation too loud for my hand. Stand with me. Trust me. Walk when I say walk. Wait when I say wait. Worship when fear says panic. And as you let me fight what you cannot carry, I will teach you another truth that will anchor your soul even deeper. The storm cannot decide your destiny. My beloved child, as you learn to let me fight the battles you cannot carry, I want your heart to understand something. Fear has tried to hide from you. The storm cannot decide your destiny. The wind can rise. The rain can fall. The ground beneath your feet can feel uncertain. But none of these things holds the final word over your life. My child, storms may touch your journey, but they do not own your future. They may shake what is fragile. They may expose where your heart has been tired. They may reveal what you have been leaning on too heavily. But they cannot erase what I have spoken, and they cannot cancel what my hand has prepared. Your destiny is not written by trouble. It is held by me. My beloved child, I know there are seasons when the storm feels louder than my promise. Problems gather quickly. One concern follows another. Your mind runs ahead trying to imagine every possible loss, every failure, every outcome. And before you know it, you begin to believe the storm is stronger than the one who walks with you through it. But listen carefully. The storm is loud. I am sovereign. The storm is temporary. My word remains. My child, a storm can bend a branch, but it cannot change the nature of the tree when its roots are deep. It can scatter dry leaves. It can test the strength of the trunk. It can make the night feel long. But when the roots are drinking from living water, the tree will stand after the wind has passed. So it is with you. Your roots are going deeper than you know. Your faith is being trained beneath the surface. Your soul is learning where its true life comes from. My beloved child, do not think that shaking means I have lost control. Sometimes the shaking reveals what was never stable enough to remain. Sometimes the storm removes what was already dry, empty, and unable to carry life. You may grieve what falls away, but I see what I am making room for. I do not waste the wind. I do not waste the rain. I do not waste the pressure. My child, when Jesus spoke about the house built on the rock, he did not say the storm would avoid that house. The rain came, the floods rose, the winds still beat against it, but the house did not fall because its foundation was not sand. This is what I am building in you, not a life without storms, a soul with a foundation that storms cannot destroy. My beloved child, you have asked me many times to remove every difficult thing quickly. I understand that prayer. I hear the weariness beneath it. But there are moments when I do more than remove the storm. I build something in you that can stand within it. I teach your heart to rest while the sky is dark. I teach your mind to return to truth while fear is speaking. That is deeper victory. That is lasting strength. My child, the storm may say this is the end, but I say this is not the end of your story. The storm may say you will never recover, but I say I am restoring you in hidden places. The storm may say your prayers were wasted, but I say every prayer reached my heart. Do not let thunder become your prophet. Let my voice lead you. My beloved child, remember the disciples when the waves beat against the boat. Their eyes saw danger. Their bodies felt the motion. Their hearts believed they were perishing. Yet the one who held authority over the sea was already in the boat with them. This is what you must remember. I am not standing far away watching you struggle. I am with you in the boat. My child, sometimes your fear grows because you forget my nearness. You look at the water, the wind, and the size of the problem, but you stop looking at me. When your eyes remain fixed only on what rises against you, your soul forgets what stands for you. Turn your eyes back to me. Let my presence become larger than the storm. Let my promise become louder than the wind. My beloved child, storms can also reveal hidden courage. You did not know you could keep praying with tears in your eyes, but you did. You did not know you could keep choosing kindness after disappointment, but you did. You did not know you could keep walking when your heart felt tired, but my grace carried your steps. Do you see? You are stronger in me than fear has allowed you to believe. My child, this does not mean you never tremble. I know when you tremble. I know when your thoughts feel crowded. I know when your chest feels heavy and your hope feels small. I am not ashamed of your trembling. A trembling child can still be held. A trembling voice can still speak faith. A trembling heart can still belong to me. The storm does not disqualify you. Your weakness does not offend me. Your need draws my mercy near. My beloved child, this storm is teaching you what comfort alone could never teach. It is teaching honest prayer, deeper trust, and peace that comes from my presence within unchanged circumstances. My peace is becoming your anchor. My truth is becoming your shelter. My love is becoming your resting place. My child, do not curse every storm. Some storms push your roots deeper. Some reveal who truly walks with you. Some make you look upward again when your heart had become too attached to what could not save you. I am wiser than the storm. I am greater than the season. My beloved child, when the storm rages, do not surrender your identity to it. You are not called abandoned because you feel surrounded. You are not called defeated because the battle is intense. You are not called forgotten because the answer has not arrived yet. You are, my child. You are covered. You are being formed. You are being led. My child, let this truth steady you today. The storm can make noise, but it cannot command my covenant. The storm can shake the outer things, but it cannot steal what I have sealed within you. The storm can test your faith, but it cannot remove my hand from your life. Stand rooted. Stand near me. Stand in the peace I give. My beloved child, the clouds will not remain forever. The wind will not speak forever. The night will not stretch beyond my appointed boundary. And when you come through, you will not come through empty. You will carry deeper roots, clearer sight, steadier faith, and a heart that knows I was with you in the dark. The storm cannot decide your destiny. I have spoken over your life, and as you stand firm in this truth, I will teach you how to guard your heart from bitterness that pain tries to plant, because what you survive must not poison what I am healing within you. My beloved child, as you learn that the storm cannot decide your destiny, I want to protect something even deeper than your circumstances. Do not let pain turn your heart bitter. Do not let what wounded you become the voice that shapes you. Do not let what others did plant poison in the place where my love is trying to heal. My child, I know the pain was real. I will not ask you to pretend it did not hurt. I saw the words that cut into you. I saw the silence that felt like rejection. I saw the coldness that confused your heart after you gave love. I saw the moments when you wanted to explain yourself, but your words seemed to fall on ears that were already closed. I saw the tears you swallowed. I saw the questions you carried. I saw the ache you hid behind ordinary days. My beloved child, pain becomes dangerous when it begins to teach your heart the wrong lessons. It tells you never to trust again. It tells you kindness is foolish. It tells you softness is weakness. It tells you that hardness will keep you safe. But a hardened heart is not a healed heart. A guarded heart can still be alive. A bitter heart slowly forgets how to receive love. My child, bitterness often enters quietly. It does not always arrive as shouting or rage. Sometimes it comes as a small agreement inside you, a decision to expect the worst, a habit of replaying the offense until the wound becomes your home, a refusal to hope because hope once made you vulnerable. Bring that place to me. Do not hide it from me. I know how to heal what you are ashamed to admit. My beloved child, forgiveness does not mean calling evil good. It does not mean pretending betrayal was harmless. It does not mean returning to places where your spirit is repeatedly crushed. Forgiveness means you refuse to let the wound become your master. It means you place judgment into my hands and let your heart breathe. You are not excusing them. You are freeing your soul. My child, the enemy wants your pain to become a chain. He wants what happened to you to keep happening inside you. He wants memory to become a prison and offense to become identity. But I am calling you into freedom. The wound may explain part of your story. It must not become your name. My beloved child, remember David when Saul pursued him. David had reason to feel wounded. He had served faithfully, yet he was hunted. He had honored the one who tried to destroy him. There came a moment when David had the power to harm Saul, and others might have called it justice. But David did not let pain guide his hand. He chose reverence over revenge. He trusted me with what he could have taken for himself. My child, that kind of restraint is not weakness. It is a heart refusing to become like the one who wounded it. That is a sacred victory. Many can win an argument and still lose their peace. Many can prove their point and still become bitter. Many can answer sharply and still walk away empty. I want more for you than winning while your heart decays. I want your heart whole. My beloved child, you may feel that if you release bitterness, the wrong will never be answered. But I am righteous. I see what was done. I know what was hidden. I know what was said in secret, what was misunderstood, what was taken, and what was never apologized for. Nothing escapes my sight. But I do not heal you by feeding revenge. I heal you by becoming your justice and your peace. My child, there are times when the person who hurt you may never understand the depth of what they caused. They may never say the words your heart hoped to hear. They may never return with the humility you needed. But your freedom cannot depend on their awakening. Your peace cannot remain locked inside someone else's apology. Let me unlock it. Let me breathe through that room. Let me meet you where closure never came. My beloved child, I know this is difficult. Forgiveness can feel like releasing something while your hands tremble. Anger can make you feel strong for a moment, but bitterness slowly drains the life I am restoring. Do not mistake heat for healing. Do not mistake resentment for strength. My child, you can be honest and still refuse bitterness. You can say that hurt me and still say, Father, do not let it rule. You can keep boundaries and still release hatred. You can remember the lesson without worshiping the wound. This is maturity. This is freedom. This is my love teaching your heart to remain alive. My beloved child, bring me every name connected to pain. Bring me the one who left. Bring me the one who misunderstood. Bring me the memory that still tightens your chest. Do not try to purify your heart alone. Open it before me and I will wash what grief stained. I will not rush your healing. I will walk with you through it. I will teach you how to live beyond the injury, not inside it, with peace still breathing today. My child, bitterness cannot grow where gratitude is watered. Begin with small gratitude. Thank me that you survived. Thank me that the wound did not end your story. Thank me that I kept your spirit from becoming completely dark. Thank me that I can still bring beauty out of what made you weep. Gratitude does not deny pain. It reminds pain that I am still present. My beloved child, there is still tenderness in you. I placed it there. Do not surrender it to those who did not value it. There is still compassion in you. Do not bury it beneath the stones of old offenses. There is still light in you. Do not cover it because someone else walked in darkness. Pain may visit, it must not reign. My child, I am teaching you a higher victory. Not the victory of making everyone admit they were wrong, not the victory of seeing others fall. I am teaching you the victory of remaining free, clean, gentle, and rooted in me. This is how darkness loses. It wounds you but cannot own you. It pressures you but cannot poison you. My beloved child, do not let pain turn your heart bitter. Let me turn pain into wisdom. Let me turn tears into compassion. Let me turn disappointment into discernment. Let me turn rejection into deeper belonging in my love. Your heart is too precious to become a graveyard for old wounds. Your future is too holy to be governed by what hurt you. So release the poison. Hold my hand. Let me heal the place that still aches. And as I protect your heart from bitterness, I will teach you how to keep your light when others wound you, so your soul remains bright even in a world that sometimes forgets how to love. My beloved child, as I heal your heart from bitterness, I want to teach you how to remain bright when others wound you. Keep your light when others wound you. Do not let their darkness decide your brightness. Do not let their harshness rewrite your tenderness. Do not let their coldness convince you that love has failed. My child, I know how deeply words can cut. I know that some wounds do not leave marks on the skin, yet they echo through the mind for years. A look, a sentence, a betrayal, a silence. After you opened your heart, these things can make the soul pull back and hide. I saw what happened. I saw what it cost you. I saw the moment your heart wondered if shining was too dangerous. My beloved child, when someone wounds you, the first temptation is to dim the light I placed within you. You begin to think, I will not be kind anymore. I will not trust anymore. I will not care so deeply anymore. You think becoming colder will make you safer, but coldness is not the healing I desire for you. A hidden light cannot guide. A buried heart cannot breathe. My child, I did not give you light so that pain could bury it. I gave you light so that even in hard places, my presence could still be seen through you. This light is not fragile emotion. It is not shallow optimism. It is not pretending people never hurt you. It is my life in you. It is grace refusing to surrender to darkness. It is mercy staying alive after injury. My beloved child, remember David when Saul pursued him. David had been anointed, yet he was hunted. He had served, yet he was treated like a threat. He had opportunities to strike back, to answer pain with pain, and many around him would have agreed that revenge was deserved. But David refused to let Saul shape his soul. He would not let another man's darkness decide the condition of his own heart. That is light, that is strength, that is obedience in pain. My child, you may not be facing a king with a spear, but you have faced words that chased your peace. You have faced people who misunderstood your heart. You have faced moments where you could have returned the wound, yet something inside you knew that doing so would only make you less like me. I was in that restraint. I was in that pause. I was in the quiet place where you chose not to become cruel. My beloved child, keeping your light does not mean allowing people to keep harming you. Light is not the same as a lack of boundaries. Love does not mean standing in the same doorway while someone keeps striking your soul. You can step back with peace. You can create distance with wisdom. You can forgive without giving careless access. Light can be gentle and guarded. Light can be warm and wise. My child, do not confuse holiness with passivity. I am not asking you to smile at wounds and pretend they are blessings. I am asking you to let me protect your heart from becoming the very thing that hurt you. The victory is not that you never felt pain. The victory is that pain did not steal your nature in me. You remain mine. You remain tender. You remain capable of love. My beloved child, There will be people who do not understand your light. Some may mock it, some may use it. Some may mistake your patience for weakness and your forgiveness for permission. But their misunderstanding does not change what I have placed inside you. Do not lower your light to match their vision. Do not become harsh because they cannot recognize gentleness. Do not become bitter because they mishandled your softness. My child, when Jesus was wounded, mocked, rejected, and accused, he did not become like those who hated him. Even in suffering, his heart remained joined to the Father. Even when voices around him were cruel, his spirit did not bow to cruelty. He prayed forgiveness where human strength would have chosen revenge. This is the light of heaven, not easy, not natural to the wounded flesh, but powerful through the Spirit. My beloved child, I know you cannot do this by willpower alone. You need my grace. You need my Spirit to wash the place where offense tries to settle. You need to come to me again and again saying, Father, keep my heart clean. Father, keep my light alive. Father, do not let what hurt me rule me. That prayer is not small. That prayer protects your future. My child, every time you choose not to return darkness for darkness, a chain breaks. Every time you answer with wisdom instead of rage, your soul grows stronger. Every time you place the wound in my hands instead of carrying it like a weapon, your heart becomes freer. The world may not see that victory, but heaven sees. My beloved child, light does not need to shout to prove it exists. A lamp in a dark room simply shines. It does not argue with the darkness. It does not beg the darkness to approve. It does not become darkness in order to be understood. It remains what it is. My child, remain who I am forming you to be. Do not become someone who lives only from suspicion. Do not become someone whose first response is defense. Do not become someone who sees every person through the wound of one person. I am healing you, so your discernment can grow without your love dying. My beloved child, there are people who will need the very light you are tempted to hide. Someone will need your gentle word. Someone will need your patient listening. Someone will need the hope that survived in you. If you allow one wound to cover all of that, then pain will have stolen more than a moment. It will have stolen future ministry. I will not let that happen if you keep giving me your heart. My child, bring me the places where your light feels tired. Bring me the memory that made you want to shut down. Bring me the offense that keeps replaying. I will not shame you for needing healing. I will breathe over the flame until it burns steady again. I am the keeper of your light. I am the healer of your tenderness. I am the defender of your soul. My beloved child, keep your light when others wound you. Keep it by staying close to me. Keep it by forgiving without becoming careless. Keep it by setting boundaries without hatred. Keep it by refusing to let another person's darkness become the language of your heart. You were not created to reflect the pain that touched you. You were created to reflect the God who carried you through it. And as you keep your light in the face of wounds, I will show you how even what hurt you is becoming a tool of refinement, because nothing surrendered to my hands remains wasted. My beloved child, as you keep your light when others wound you, I want to show you what I am doing with the pain you thought would only scar you. What hurt you is becoming a tool of refinement, not because the wound was good, not because the betrayal was right, not because I delight in seeing my child suffer, but because nothing placed in my hands remains wasted. My child, I know the places that still ache. I know the memories that return when you are tired. I know the words that were spoken carelessly, the rejection that confused you, the closed doors that made you question your value, and the seasons when you wondered why I did not stop certain things sooner. I saw it all. I was not absent. I was already working deeper than your eyes could see. My beloved child, refinement is not punishment. Refinement is the process by which I remove what would weaken you and strengthen what must remain. Gold does not pass through fire because it is worthless. It passes through fire because there is something precious inside it that must be revealed with purity. So it is with you. The fire did not prove you were forgotten. The fire revealed what I had placed within you. My child, there are parts of your heart that became stronger through what you survived. You learned to pray with honesty. You learned to depend on me when human help failed. You learned to recognize false comfort. You learned that applause is not the same as purpose, and rejection is not the same as my verdict. Pain taught you some things, but I am teaching you how to interpret them through mercy. My beloved child, remember Joseph. His brothers wounded him deeply. They threw him into a pit, sold him away, and walked home as if his dream had been buried with him. Then came years of separation, false accusation, and forgotten service. To human eyes it looked like one injustice after another, but I was not finished. The pit became a passage, the prison became preparation, the delay became a doorway. My child Joseph did not understand everything while he was inside it. He could not see the full road while betrayal was still fresh. He could not know that the very path that wounded him would lead him into a place where many lives would later be preserved. This is the mystery of my redemption. I can turn what others meant for evil into a road toward purpose. My beloved child, this does not excuse the wrong that was done. I do not call darkness light. I do not call cruelty kindness. I do not ask you to pretend the pit was comfortable or the prison was easy. I am saying that human evil does not have more power than my divine purpose. What they meant to diminish, I can use to deepen. What they meant to silence, I can use to give you a voice. What they meant to bury, I can cause to rise in season. My child, the thing that hurt you may now be teaching discernment. You notice what you once ignored. You listen more carefully. You are learning the difference between peace and pressure, between love and control, between truth and flattery. This is not suspicion. This is wisdom born from healing. The wound is not your teacher forever. I am your teacher. But I can use even the wound to show you where your soul needs my light. My beloved child, sometimes refinement feels like being pressed, like olives crushed for oil, like grapes pressed for wine, like clay shaped under steady hands. The pressure is not pleasant, but in my hands pressure does not only break, it releases what was hidden. There is oil in you. There is sweetness in you. There is strength in you that easy seasons could not reveal. My child, do not look at your painful seasons and say those years were only loss. I was forming compassion there. I was deepening your roots there. I was teaching you to comfort others with words that do not come from theory, but from grace that carried you through the valley. One day someone will sit before you with tears in their eyes, and your comfort will carry weight because you know what survival feels like. My beloved child, I know you may still wish the story had unfolded differently. I do not condemn that wish. Grief is not unbelief. Sorrow does not mean you lack faith. Bring me the honest ache. Bring me the questions. Bring me the part of you that still says, Father, that hurt. I can hold your honesty. I can heal without requiring you to lie. My child, refinement also removes pride. It teaches you that you need me. It teaches you that strength without surrender becomes brittle. It teaches you that human approval can disappear, but my presence remains. It teaches you to build your life on what cannot be taken. This is why you are still standing. Not because the storm was gentle, because my grace was strong. My beloved child, do not let shame attach itself to what you endured. You are not dirty because you passed through pain. You are not less valuable because someone treated you carelessly. You are not disqualified because your path included wounds, delays, or tears. Refined gold is not less precious after fire. It is more ready to shine. My child, I am refining your voice, your patience, your compassion, your courage, and your trust. I am teaching you to walk without needing revenge. I am teaching you to love without losing wisdom. I am teaching you to forgive without becoming careless. I am teaching you to carry light without pride. This is a holy work. Do not despise it. Even now, what once felt like scattered ashes is being gathered by my hands. I am not only helping you recover, I am teaching you to carry a cleaner heart, a steadier mind, and a faith that no longer depends on perfect circumstances. This is not failure. This is formation under my care. My beloved child, look again at what hurt you. Do not worship it. Do not deny it. Place it in my hands and let me show you what I can form from it. The scar can become testimony. The valley can become a classroom. The tears can become seed. The pressure can become oil. I am not wasting you. I am refining you. My child, the pain will not have the final word. The betrayal will not have the final word. The loss will not have the final word. My mercy will speak last, and my purpose will stand when every painful season has finished its work. So stay close to me. Let me purify without destroying. Let me strengthen without hardening. Let me turn what hurt you into wisdom, compassion, and holy depth. And as you begin to see that what hurt you is becoming a tool of refinement, I will teach you the next truth your soul must carry. Forgiveness makes your roots grow deeper. My beloved child, as you begin to see that what hurt you is becoming a tool of refinement, I want to lead you into a deeper freedom. Forgiveness makes your roots grow deeper, not because the wrong was small, not because the wound did not matter, not because I expect you to pretend pain never touched your heart, but because forgiveness keeps pain from becoming the soil where bitterness grows. My child, I know forgiveness can feel difficult. Sometimes it feels like releasing something before your heart is ready. Sometimes it feels like letting go of a debt that no one admitted they owed. Sometimes it feels like standing before me with open hands, while every memory inside you says, "Hold on, protect yourself. Do not forget what they did." I understand, beloved. I do not shame you. I meet you there. My beloved child, forgiveness is not weakness. It is one of the strongest acts a wounded soul can offer. Anyone can react from pain. Anyone can strike back when struck. Anyone can rehearse the offense until anger feels familiar. But the soul that brings the wound to me and says, "Father, do not let this rule me," is a soul becoming rooted in my love. That is holy strength. That is quiet victory. That is freedom beginning beneath the surface. My child, roots do not grow deeper in shallow ground. They grow deeper when the surface can no longer hold them. When winds come, when heat arrives, when the easy moisture is gone, the roots search downward for water that lasts. In the same way, forgiveness pushes your soul deeper into me. It teaches you to draw life from my love, not from the apology you never received or the explanation you never heard. My beloved child, when you refuse forgiveness, the wound stays close to the surface. Every word reminds you. Every silence triggers you. Every similar face or situation brings the old ache back. But when you forgive with me even slowly, the wound begins to lose its throne. It may still hurt, but it no longer commands your future. Forgiveness does not erase memory. It removes memory from the throne. My child, remember Joseph. He had every human reason to remain bitter. His own brothers betrayed him, sold him away, and placed years of suffering between him and the life he once knew. He could have carried hatred like a hidden knife. He could have used power later to repay pain with pain. But when the time came, Joseph saw more than the wound. He saw my hand. He understood that what people meant for harm I had woven into a larger purpose. My beloved child, this does not mean the betrayal was right. It means betrayal could not defeat my plan. Joseph's forgiveness did not come from pretending his pain was small. It came from seeing that my purpose was greater than the pit, greater than the prison, greater than the years that seemed stolen. That kind of sight grows in deep roots. That kind of mercy comes from a soul anchored in me. My child, forgiveness also protects your heart from becoming shaped by the one who wounded it. If you keep bitterness, you carry their darkness inside your own house. You may leave the person but still live with the injury. You may move forward outwardly but inwardly remain tied to the moment that hurt you. I want you free, not only away from them, free within yourself. My beloved child, do not confuse forgiveness with trust. Trust is rebuilt through truth, fruit, humility, and time. Forgiveness can be given into my hands, even when access must be limited. You can forgive someone and still set a boundary. You can release hatred and still choose wisdom. You can pray for a person and still refuse to place your heart back into careless hands. I do not ask you to be unwise. I ask you to be clean. My child, there are times when forgiveness is not a single moment but a repeated surrender. The memory returns and you surrender again. The anger rises and you bring it to me again. The question comes back and you place it in my hands again. Do not be discouraged by the repetition. Healing often happens through many returns. Grace meets you each time. My beloved child, you may ask, Father, how can I forgive when they never said they were sorry? Listen carefully. Forgiveness does not depend on their repentance. Reconciliation requires truth from both sides, but forgiveness begins between your heart and mine. It is the moment you stop letting their failure decide the atmosphere inside your soul. You are not waiting for them to unlock you. I am opening the prison door from within. My child, every time you choose forgiveness, your roots grow deeper. You become less controlled by human behavior and more anchored in my presence. You stop needing every person to understand you before you can rest. You stop needing every story corrected before you can breathe. You stop allowing offense to drain the oil from your lamp. This is maturity. This is peace with strength. My beloved child, I know some wounds are deep. I know some offenses touched places you thought were finally safe. I know some losses left your heart stunned. Bring me all of it. Bring me the anger that feels too honest to hide. Bring me the grief beneath the anger. Bring me the longing for justice. Bring me the fear that if you forgive, you will be hurt again. I will hold it with tenderness. I will lead you without rushing. My child, forgiveness does not make you smaller. It makes you less chained. It opens space in your soul for joy to return, for prayer to become clear again, for love to breathe without being poisoned by old pain. Bitterness narrows the heart. Forgiveness widens it, and a widened heart can carry more of my light. My beloved child, let me show you the beauty in this. The more you forgive, the more your soul learns where true safety lives. Not in controlling every person, not in making sure no one ever hurts you again, not in keeping your heart locked forever. True safety is found in being rooted in me so deeply that even when people fail, your identity does not collapse. My child, forgive from that place. Forgive with wisdom. Forgive while staying close to me. Do not force yourself to sound spiritual while bleeding. Come honestly. Say, Father, I want to release this, but I need your help. That prayer is enough for me to begin. My beloved child, forgiveness makes your roots grow deeper because it sends your soul down into grace. It reminds you that I forgave you first. It reminds you that mercy saved you when you were weak. It reminds you that justice belongs to me and healing belongs in my hands. Release bitterness. Keep the lesson. Let me heal the wound. As your roots grow deeper through forgiveness, I will teach you to trust me where your heart felt confused. My silence is not abandonment. My beloved child, as your roots grow deeper through forgiveness, I want to speak to the place that still struggles when heaven feels quiet. My silence is not abandonment. My quietness is not rejection. My delay is not proof that I have turned my face away. My child, I know how silence feels to the weary heart. You pray and the room stays still. You ask and no answer appears. You wait for a sign, but the road ahead remains covered in fog. Then your thoughts begin to whisper that maybe I have forgotten, maybe I am displeased, maybe your prayer did not matter. But listen to me with tenderness. I heard you. I heard the first prayer. I heard the prayer you repeated with tears. I heard the prayer you could no longer speak out loud. My beloved child, my silence does not mean nothing is happening. A seed makes no sound under the soil, yet it is not dead. It is being covered, softened, opened, and prepared to rise. The ground may look empty to the eye, but hidden life is forming where no one can see. So it is with you. Some answers are growing quietly. Some doors are being prepared quietly. Some healing is happening quietly. My child, you often expect my movement to announce itself loudly. You expect the heavens to shake the path, to shine the answer, to arrive in a way that removes every question at once. But many times I work like morning light, slowly touching the edge of the dark until the whole room begins to change. Do not despise quiet beginnings. Do not call hidden work absence. My beloved child, remember Elijah in the cave. He had seen fire fall before. He had seen dramatic power. Yet when his soul was tired, afraid, and lonely, I did not meet him in the loudest display. The wind passed. The shaking passed. The fire passed. Then came a gentle whisper, and there I made my presence known. My child, I am teaching you to recognize me beyond noise. I am teaching you to hear the whisper. I am teaching you to know that my voice can be gentle and still be powerful. My beloved child, silence is often the place where I realign the compass of your soul. When every outside voice grows loud, your heart can begin to follow pressure, fear, comparison, and urgency. So sometimes I draw you into quietness, not to leave you empty, but to help you hear what truly comes from me. In silence, false urgency loses strength. In silence, old noise settles. In silence, your soul learns to breathe again. My child, I know you have wanted quick answers. I know you have asked why the door has not opened, why the healing has taken time, why the person did not change, why the burden still remains. I am not offended by your questions. Bring them to me, but do not let unanswered questions become accusations against my love. I am still good before the answer. I am still near before the sign. I am still faithful before the door opens. My beloved child, there are things I withhold for a season because love knows timing better than desire does. A good father does not give a child everything the moment it is requested. Some gifts require preparation. Some doors require maturity. Some blessings require a heart strong enough to carry them without being crushed by them. My silence can be protection. My delay can be mercy. My waiting room can be preparation. My beloved child, there are answers that would have frightened you if they had arrived too soon. There are revelations that would have overwhelmed your heart before I had steadied it. There are doors you wanted opened immediately, but behind them were responsibilities, choices, and pressures that required deeper roots. So I waited with love. I did not delay because I was careless. I delayed because I was preparing both the gift and the child who would receive it in peace. My child, think of a musician tuning an instrument before the song begins. To the crowd, it may seem like nothing important is happening. But if the instrument is not tuned, the song will not carry the right sound. In the same way, I am tuning the hidden places of your heart before the next melody of your life begins. This is not wasted time. This is holy preparation. My beloved child, there are also moments when I stay quiet because I have already spoken and I am teaching you to stand on what I said. You ask again because fear wants another confirmation. You ask again because disappointment has made you doubt, but I have not withdrawn my word. I am training your faith to rest on truth even when emotion asks for new proof. My promise remains when your feelings tremble. My word remains when the night is long. My hand remains when your sight is limited. My child, do not interpret silence through fear. Interpret silence through my character. Fear says he left. My character says, I will never forsake you. Fear says nothing is changing. My character says I work even in hidden places. Fear says this waiting will shame you. My character says those who wait on me will not be abandoned. Choose my character over your fear. My beloved child, I have been with you in the quiet. I was there when you sat alone and wondered how much longer. I was there when you tried to be strong for others while needing strength yourself. I was there when your prayer became only a sigh. A sigh can reach me. A tear can speak. A silent heart can still be heard. My child's silence can feel like distance, but in my presence, it can become intimacy. It is the place where you stop performing. It is the place where you learn that I do not love you only when you are productive, inspired, or full of words. I love you when you are still. I love you when you are tired. I love you when you simply remain before me. My beloved child, do not run from the quiet. Sit with me there. Let me settle the storms inside you. Let me separate my voice from the voices that have been crowding your heart. Let me show you that your life is still held, even when the next step has not yet been revealed. You are not lost in my silence. You are being held within it. My child, the answer will come at the appointed time. The door will open when wisdom says it is ready. The healing will unfold in the way that truly restores you. And when you look back, you will see that I was never absent. I was cultivating, guarding, shaping, and leading from the hidden place. My silence is not abandonment. It is often the sacred room where trust becomes deeper. And as you learn to trust me in silence, I will show you the next mercy your heart must understand. I am protecting you in ways you cannot see. My beloved child, as you learn that my silence is not abandonment, I want your heart to understand another hidden mercy. I am protecting you in ways you cannot see. Not every rescue will announce itself. Not every danger will be shown to your eyes. Not every closed path will explain the harm I kept from touching you. My child, you often judge my care by what appears in front of you. You see the door that did not open. You see the delay that frustrated your plans. You see the person who walked away. You see the opportunity that faded, and your heart asks why I allowed something painful to happen. But I see more than you see. I see the ending behind the beginning. I see the weight behind the invitation. I see the trap hidden beneath the appearance of relief. My beloved child, many times, my protection feels like disappointment before it feels like mercy. You asked for something and I slowed it. You wanted an answer and I held it. You reached for a connection and I allowed distance. You tried to walk through a doorway and I placed a quiet resistance in your spirit. You thought I was withholding, but I was guarding. You thought I was silent, but I was shielding. My child, remember Israel in the wilderness. By day I led them with a cloud. By night I led them with fire. They did not always understand the route. They did not always enjoy the waiting. They looked at the desert and questioned the direction. But my presence was not only guiding them forward. My presence was also protecting them from dangers they could not understand. I knew the roads they could not handle. I knew the battles that would have broken their courage too soon. I knew the timing their hearts were not ready to carry. My beloved child, I do the same with you. There are paths you wanted because they looked shorter, easier, and more impressive. But I knew what was waiting on those paths. I knew what would drain your peace, confuse your calling, and pull your heart away from me. So I turned you another way. Not because I was angry, not because I forgot you, because I am a father who protects. My child, some of the greatest mercies in your life are the things I did not allow, the message that was never answered, the door that refused to move, the plan that collapsed before you could build your hope on it, the relationship that ended before it became a deeper chain. You grieved some of these things, I know, but one day you will see that my hand was there. My beloved child, protection does not always feel gentle while it is happening. A shepherd may pull a sheep away from a cliff, and the sheep may feel the pull more than the danger. A father may say no to a child reaching for something harmful, and the child may feel denied, not defended. But love sees farther than desire. Wisdom sees farther than urgency. My care sees farther than your present feeling. My child, I know there are times when you wonder why I did not show you everything clearly. You wanted the full reason. You wanted the whole map. You wanted proof that the closed door was mercy. But there are things you are not meant to carry before the right time. There are details that would only burden your heart. There are dangers I defeat quietly so your soul does not need to live in fear. Trust my hidden care. Trust my unseen hand. My beloved child, remember Elisha and his servant when the city was surrounded. The servant saw only the enemy armies and became afraid. But Elisha prayed for his eyes to be opened, and suddenly he saw what had been true all along. The mountain was filled with heavenly help. My child, many times you are like that servant. You see what stands against you, but not what I have placed around you. You see the pressure, the threat, the unanswered question, the hostile voice, the uncertain future, but you do not see every angel I have sent. You do not see every plan I have interrupted. You do not see every word I kept from reaching your heart. You are more protected than you feel. You are more surrounded than you know. My beloved child, I have guarded you in moments you called coincidence, a sudden hesitation, a changed plan, a delay that annoyed you, a feeling in your spirit that made you pause, a path that seemed blocked for no reason. These were not always accidents. Sometimes my protection wears ordinary clothing. Sometimes heaven moves through a delay. Sometimes my hand guides through quiet discomfort. My child, learn to pay attention to my peace. If something looks good but steals your stillness, pause. If something seems promising but pulls you away from prayer, pause. If something gives excitement but leaves your spirit uneasy, bring it to me before you move. I protect not only through closed doors, I protect through discernment. I protect through peace that remains and unrest that warns. My beloved child, I also protect you by strengthening what is inside you. Sometimes I do not remove the storm immediately, but I guard your mind from collapsing inside it. Sometimes I allow pressure, but I keep your heart from becoming bitter. Sometimes I let you walk through the valley, but I cover your steps so the darkness cannot consume you. Protection is not always escape. Sometimes protection is endurance with grace. Sometimes protection is peace that holds you while the situation is unfinished. My child, do not think I have failed to protect you because you have felt pain. I know that pain touches the faithful too. I know you have walked through things you wish had never happened, but even there I set limits. I held your soul. I kept the wound from becoming your final identity. I preserved a light in you that darkness could not extinguish. You are still here. You are still reaching for me. That is my protection too. My beloved child, let gratitude begin to rise for the unseen rescues. Thank me for the doors I closed. Thank me for the battles I stopped before they reached you. Thank me for the relationships I loosened before they could own your heart. Thank me for the delays that guarded you from what looked good but was not aligned with my purpose. You do not have to understand everything to be thankful. You only need to trust that I am good. My child, I am protecting you in ways you cannot see. I am guarding your path, your heart, your mind, your calling, your home, and your future. Nothing concerning you is outside my sight. Nothing hidden is hidden from me. Rest under my covering. Walk with trust. Listen when I nudge your spirit. And as you begin to recognize my unseen protection, I will teach you another truth that will steady your waiting. What looks like delay may be mercy. My beloved child, as you begin to recognize that I am protecting you in ways you cannot see, I want to speak to the waiting that has tested your heart. What looks like delay may be mercy. What feels slow may be careful love. What seems withheld may be protection wrapped in timing. My child, I know waiting can feel heavy. You have prayed, watched, hoped, and wondered why the answer has not arrived. You have seen others step into places you longed for while your own path seemed still. You have asked me why the door remained closed when your heart felt ready to walk through it. I heard those questions. I saw your patience wearing thin. I saw the place where hope began to feel risky. My beloved child, delay can be one of the hardest ways my love appears, because it does not always feel like love while you are living inside it. It can feel like being ignored. It can feel like being passed over. It can feel like standing outside a house where music is playing, wondering why everyone else was invited in first. But I do not delay because I am careless. I delay because I see what timing carries. My child, a seed planted too early in frozen ground may never rise. A child handed a heavy tool before his hands are ready may be hurt by what was meant to help him. A door opened before the foundation is steady can lead to a room the heart cannot yet carry. I know what the blessing requires. I know what your soul can hold. I know what must be strengthened before the next step. My beloved child, there are things you have called late that I have called protected. There are opportunities you thought you missed, but I knew would have pulled your heart into confusion. There are connections you wanted restored quickly, but I knew the roots were not yet healthy enough to hold peace. There are dreams you wanted immediately, but I was building the character that would keep those dreams from becoming idols. My delay has not been empty. My timing has not been cold. My mercy has been working beneath the ache. My child, remember Israel in the wilderness. They wanted the shortest road. They wanted the promised land without the process. They wanted arrival without the lessons that would make freedom possible. But I knew that if they faced certain battles too soon, their fear would drive them backward. So I led them another way, a longer way, a way they did not understand at first. My beloved child, that longer way was not abandonment. It was preparation. I was teaching them how to trust my provision, how to follow my presence, how to become a people no longer ruled by the habits of bondage. The wilderness felt like delay, but it was mercy training their hearts for inheritance. So it is with you. I am not only leading you somewhere, I am forming you for where I am leading you. My child, you often see only the waiting room, but I see the surgery of the soul happening there. I am removing impatience that would make you rush. I am healing fear that would make you cling. I am exposing motives that would make you seek the gift more than the giver. I am teaching you to want my will, not merely your preferred outcome. This is holy work, quiet work, necessary work. My beloved child, do not mistake stillness for wasted time. A musician practices in private before the song is heard in public. A house settles on its foundation before the walls can safely rise. A harvest waits beneath seasons of rain, heat, and hidden growth. What seems slow is often what becomes strong. I am not wasting your waiting, I am deepening it. I am filling it with purpose. My child, there are some doors I do not open until your peace is strong enough to remain inside them. There are some assignments I do not release until your identity is rooted enough not to be shaken by praise or criticism. There are some relationships I do not allow to advance until your heart can love without losing itself. My timing protects both the gift and the child. My beloved child, I know you have cried over delays. I have not mocked those tears. I have held them. I know you have wondered whether you did something wrong. I know you have searched your heart again and again, trying to understand why things did not move. Sometimes correction is needed, but sometimes the answer is simply this: not yet. Not because I am against you, because I am for you in ways you cannot yet see. My child, trust me when I say that a delayed answer can be kinder than an immediate one. You may have thanked me for opening a door, then later discovered it would have crushed your peace. You may have begged for a person to stay, but later realized their leaving made space for healing. You may have grieved an ending that quietly saved your future. I have been merciful in ways pain did not recognize. My beloved child, do not let delay make your heart bitter. Waiting can either deepen trust or harden expectation. Bring me the ache before it becomes resentment. Bring me the tired hope before it becomes unbelief. Bring me the impatience before it becomes disobedience. I am not afraid of your honesty. I can handle the prayer that says, Father, this waiting hurts. My child, when you bring that hurt to me, I will not shame you. I will remind you that I am still near. I will steady your breath. I will help you take the next small step. I will show you enough light for today, even if I do not reveal the whole road for tomorrow. Grace often comes one step at a time. Strength often comes one morning at a time. My beloved child, learn to wait without losing your tenderness. Keep praying, keep listening, keep your hands open. Do not force a door because silence makes you anxious. Do not return to what I released you from because the new has not arrived quickly enough. Do not create your own answer out of fear. Let me be God over the timing. Let me be Father over the waiting. Until then, let waiting become worship. Let the quiet become surrender. Let the unanswered place become an altar where your soul learns that I am worthy of trust before the promise is visible and before the door begins to open in time. My child, what looks like delay may be mercy. What feels like slowness may be me protecting your heart, preparing your steps, and aligning the road ahead. When the time is right, you will see that I was not late. I was careful. I was wise. I was loving you through the waiting. And as you learn to receive delay as mercy, I will lead you into the next work of peace. Rebuild the spiritual walls around your home. My beloved child, as you learn that what looks like delay may be mercy, I want to bring my peace into the place where your heart often feels most exposed. Rebuild the spiritual walls around your home, not with fear, not with control, not with anger toward the people you love, but with prayer, wisdom, humility, and my presence. My child, a home is more than walls, furniture, doors, and familiar rooms. A home carries an atmosphere. Words remain there. Tears leave echoes there. Peace can dwell there, and so can confusion if no one watches the gate. Many battles that trouble a family do not begin loudly. They begin as small cracks, careless sentences, hidden resentment, tired silence, and moments where love stops being expressed. I see those cracks. I see the heaviness you have felt. I see what you have carried quietly for your family. My beloved child, when the atmosphere around your home feels heavy, do not immediately believe all hope is gone. Sometimes heaviness is not the end. Sometimes it is a call to rebuild. Sometimes I let you notice the broken places because I am inviting you to become a repairer of peace, not through pressure, but through surrender. You cannot force a home into healing, but you can invite my presence into it. My child, remember Nehemiah when he heard that the walls of Jerusalem were broken down. He did not laugh at the ruins. He did not pretend everything was fine. He wept, prayed, fasted, and then rose to rebuild what had been left exposed. He understood that broken walls made the city vulnerable. So it is with many homes. When prayer disappears, the wall weakens. When forgiveness is delayed, the wall weakens. When harsh words become normal, the wall weakens. My beloved child, I am not telling you this to shame you. I am telling you because restoration is possible. A broken wall can be rebuilt stone by stone. A wounded home can be softened prayer by prayer. A cold room can become warm again when one heart decides to stop agreeing with darkness and begin agreeing with my peace. Let that heart be yours. Begin where you are. Begin quietly. My child, rebuilding spiritual walls does not mean you take responsibility for every person's choices. You are not the savior of your family. You cannot control every attitude, every response, or every heart, but you can watch what you allow into your own spirit. You can choose the words that leave your mouth. You can refuse to feed division. You can pray where others only complain. This is how rebuilding begins, not with loud power, with faithful obedience. My beloved child, there may be patterns in your home that have lasted for years. Quick anger, silent treatment, fear of honest conversation, old wounds no one wants to mention. Generational burdens that seem to pass from one heart to another. I see them all and I am not intimidated by them. What has existed for years is not stronger than my grace. What has been repeated can be interrupted. What has been inherited can be surrendered. My child, do not underestimate the power of one peaceful person in a troubled room. When you carry my spirit, your presence can change the tone. Your soft answer can stop a flame from becoming a fire. Your patience can create space for understanding. Your prayer can open a hidden window where the air has grown stale. You may not see results immediately. Keep building, stone by stone. My beloved child, watch your words. Words can become bricks in a wall of peace, or stones thrown through the windows of the heart. Speak carefully in your home. Do not use truth as a weapon. Do not use silence as punishment. Do not use your pain as permission to wound someone else. Let your words carry light. Let correction carry love. Let honesty carry humility. My child, I know this is difficult when you feel tired. You may say, Father, I have tried. I have prayed. I have forgiven. I have stayed gentle, and still the atmosphere feels heavy. I hear you. I know rebuilding takes strength. That is why I do not ask you to build without me. Come to me daily. Receive peace before you give peace. Let me fill you before you pour out. My beloved child, sometimes rebuilding spiritual walls means removing what keeps opening the gate to confusion. Certain conversations may need wisdom. Certain habits may need to be surrendered. Certain influences may need to be limited. Certain forms of entertainment, gossip, fear, and comparison may be feeding unrest in the home more than you realize. Ask me what must change. I will show you without condemning you. I will guide you with patience. My child, forgiveness is one of the strongest stones in the wall. Without it, bitterness leaves holes where the enemy enters. Forgiveness does not mean everyone was right. It means you refuse to let old pain govern the atmosphere. It means you place justice in my hands and stop letting yesterday poison today. Start with the prayer you can honestly pray. Father, help me want to forgive. That is enough for me to begin. My beloved child, rebuilding also means blessing your home with my truth. Pray over the rooms where arguments happened. Pray over the table where silence sat. Pray over the door where people come and go. Pray over the beds where anxious thoughts visit at night. Invite my peace to dwell there. Do not think simple prayer is small. A whispered prayer can shift the atmosphere. A surrendered heart can become an altar. My child, I want your home to become a place where my peace is welcome. Not a perfect place, not a place where no one ever struggles, but a place where hearts learn to return to me. A place where apology is not shameful. A place where gentleness is valued. A place where truth is spoken without cruelty. This is holy rebuilding. This is quiet warfare. This is love with wisdom. My beloved child, if you live alone, this word is still for you. Your home is the space where your spirit rests. Guard it. Do not fill it with voices that drag your heart into fear. Do not let loneliness invite darkness. Let worship, gratitude, scripture, and prayer become the rhythm of your dwelling. I can make even a quiet room full of my presence. My child, rebuild the spiritual walls around your home. Begin with your own heart. Begin with your words. Begin with prayer. Begin with forgiveness. Begin with the small acts of peace that no one may applaud but heaven will honor. I am with you as you build. I will strengthen your hands. Do not be discouraged by small beginnings. I can rebuild a holy refuge from one surrendered prayer, one gentle answer, and one faithful, obedient step today. I will teach you where the walls need repair. And as your home becomes a place where my peace can rest, I will show you the next truth your heart must know. My justice restores, not only exposes. My beloved child, as you rebuild the spiritual walls around your home, I want you to understand the kind of justice I bring into every hidden place. My justice restores, not only exposes. I do not shine light merely to shame. I do not reveal truth merely to wound. I do not uncover what is broken so I can leave it broken. My child, my justice is not like the cold judgment of the world. The world often exposes in order to condemn, embarrass, punish, or prove superiority. But when I expose as a father who wants freedom. I bring truth into the open, so healing can begin. I reveal what darkness has hidden so it can no longer rule from the shadows. My light is not cruel, my truth is not careless. My justice carries mercy in its hands. My beloved child, I know there are things you have carried in silence. wrongs no one admitted, wounds no one understood, moments when your name was spoken unfairly, your heart was judged wrongly, and your intentions were twisted by people who never asked what was true. You wondered whether heaven noticed. I noticed. I saw the hidden grief. I heard what was said when you were not in the room. I knew the truth when others only knew a version of the story. My child, you do not need to chase every voice in order to defend yourself. There are truths I can reveal without your striving. There are burdens I can lift without your argument. There are places where I will make clear what confusion tried to bury. But listen carefully. When I bring justice, do not let your heart become hungry for revenge. My beloved child, I do not restore you so you can celebrate another person's downfall. I do not defend you so pride can rise in your soul. I do not expose darkness so you can become hard, cold, or satisfied by another person's shame. My justice is higher than revenge. My justice is cleaner than bitterness. My justice restores what sin, deception, and pain tried to damage. My child, remember the woman brought before Jesus with stones ready in the hands of her accusers. The crowd wanted exposure without mercy. They wanted truth used as a weapon. They wanted her failure to become her final name. But Jesus did not deny what was broken, and he did not join the cruelty of the crowd. He exposed the hearts of the accusers. He lifted the woman from condemnation. He called her into a new way. My beloved child, this is the justice of my kingdom. It does not pretend sin is harmless, but it refuses to abandon the soul to shame. It brings truth, but truth joined with mercy. It says, come into the light, not so you can be crushed, but so you can be healed and made new. My child, I am doing that in you. I am bringing truth to places where fear has lied. I am bringing mercy to places where shame has ruled. I am bringing order to places where confusion has sat for too long. My beloved child, there are places in your own heart where my justice must work gently, not only in what others did to you, but in what pain has formed within you. I may show you bitterness not to condemn you, but to free you from it. I may reveal fear not to shame you, but to lead you into trust. I may uncover hidden motives not to reject you, but to purify your love. Do not fear. My light heals what it reveals. My child, many people ask me for justice, but they only imagine me correcting someone else. They want me to expose the one who hurt them, silence the one who accused them, and overturn the one who stood against them. I can do those things in my way and my timing. But my justice also comes to cleanse the heart of the one who was wounded, because I love you too much to let the wound become your ruler. My beloved child, if I only changed what happened around you, but never healed what happened within you, your freedom would remain unfinished. So I enter the inner room. I touch the memory that still burns. I touch the place where distrust has grown. I touch the silent agreement that says, love is unsafe, hope is foolish, and peace will not last. I restore there, deeply, patiently. My child, my justice restores stolen peace. It restores dignity after shame. It restores clarity after confusion. It restores courage after intimidation. It restores tenderness after harshness tried to make you hard. It restores your ability to lift your head without needing every person to understand your story. This restoration is holy. This restoration is personal. My beloved child, remember Zacchaeus. People saw a dishonest man and expected judgment only. But when Jesus entered his house, mercy did what accusation alone could never do. His heart changed. What had been stolen was restored. The encounter did not excuse the wrong, but it transformed the person. This is my way. I do not only punish darkness, I call people out of it. My child, this is why I ask you to keep your heart humble. You have needed mercy too. You have had moments of weakness, blindness, pride, fear, and wrong choices. I met you with patience. I corrected you without destroying you. I loved you while leading you out of what could not remain. So when I bring justice, let mercy remain alive in you. Do not rejoice over ruin. Rejoice when truth brings freedom. My beloved child, there are situations where justice will look like exposure. Hidden motives will become clear. Lies will lose their covering. What was done in secret will no longer have the same power. But there are other situations where justice will look like restoration. Your peace returns. Your name no longer feels chained to accusation. Your heart no longer bends beneath what happened. Both are my work. Both are held in my wisdom. My child, trust me with the balance. I know when to reveal. I know when to cover with mercy. I know when to confront. I know when to restore quietly. I know when to close a door and when to rebuild what was broken. You do not need to become judge. You need to remain mine. My beloved child, bring me the places where you long for justice. Bring me the unfairness. Bring me the hidden pain. Bring me the questions that still ache. I will not dismiss them. I will not tell you they are too small. I will answer in righteousness and mercy together. My justice restores, not only exposes, it lifts what shame pressed down. It heals what darkness tried to hide. It rebuilds what pain tried to ruin. And as you learn to trust my justice without surrendering your heart to revenge, I will speak the next truth over your life. Let that truth settle in your soul before you move forward. No condemnation can define you now. My beloved child, as you learn that, my justice restores and does not only expose. I want to speak to the name shame has tried to place upon you. No condemnation can define you now. No old failure has the right to become your identity. No accusation has the power to cancel what my mercy has spoken. My child, I know the voices that have followed you. Some came from people, some came from memories, some came from your own thoughts in the middle of the night. They told you that you were too broken, too late, too stained, too weak, too far behind, too difficult to restore. But those voices are not my voice. They may sound familiar, they may sound convincing, but they are not the voice of your Father. My beloved child, condemnation is different from conviction. Conviction calls you toward life. Condemnation pushes you into hiding. Conviction says, come closer, let me heal this. Condemnation says, stay away, you are not worthy to be loved. Conviction leads to repentance and freedom. Condemnation leads to shame and despair. Learn the difference. My spirit corrects without crushing. My mercy exposes without abandoning. My love tells the truth without destroying the one who receives it. My child, remember the woman who was dragged before Jesus while others held stones in their hands. Her failure was public. Her shame was loud. Every eye around her seemed to say that her story should end there. The crowd wanted one moment of sin to become the whole definition of her life, but Jesus saw more than the accusation. He saw a soul that needed mercy. He saw a future beyond the dust. My beloved child, he did not pretend sin was harmless, but he also refused to let condemnation have the final word. When every accuser walked away, he looked at her with holiness and compassion together. He did not crush her. He lifted her. He called her out of the old life and into a new way. This is how I deal with a repentant heart. I do not cover darkness so it can continue. I bring light so freedom can begin. My child, there are things in your past that you still replay. Words you wish you had not said. Choices you wish you had not made. Seasons when fear led you, pride blinded you, or pain spoke through you. You have asked yourself how I could still love you after knowing all of it. Listen carefully. I knew it all before you brought it to me, and I still called you mine. My beloved child, your past may explain where you have been, but it does not own where I am leading you. Your failure may have taught you sorrow, but it does not have authority to rename you. Your mistakes may have consequences, but they do not have permission to sit on the throne of your identity. I am the one who names you, not shame, not people, not the worst chapter of your life. My child, when condemnation speaks, it often uses pieces of truth without my heart. It says you did fail, so you must be a failure. You did fall, so you can never stand. You were wounded, so you are damaged forever. But I speak truth with redemption. I say you fell, but I can lift you. You sinned, but I can cleanse you. You were wounded, but I can heal you and make you whole. My truth restores. Condemnation only buries. My beloved child, remember Peter. He loved Jesus, yet in fear he denied him. The sound of his own failure must have cut him deeply. He wept bitterly because he saw the weakness in himself. Yet after the resurrection, Jesus did not leave Peter buried under that moment. He restored him with love and entrusted him again. Do you see? Failure did not become Peter's final name. Mercy met him there. Calling rose again. My child, I am not finished with you because you have been weak. I am not ashamed to come near the place where you fell. I am not disgusted by the tears of a heart that wants to return. Come to me. Bring the old regret. Bring the hidden shame. Bring the memory that still makes your chest tighten. Do not run from me because of what needs healing. Run to me with it. My beloved child, condemnation keeps you staring at yourself. Grace lifts your eyes back to me. Condemnation says, look how ruined you are. Grace says, look how faithful I am. Condemnation says, your story is over. Grace says, my mercy is writing a new chapter. You cannot heal by staring at shame forever. You heal by receiving my love where shame once ruled. My child, I want you to stop agreeing with labels I never gave you. You are not abandoned. You are not discarded. You are not too dirty for my hands. You are not the sum of what hurt you or what you regret. You are my beloved child, and my love is stronger than every accusation raised against you. Let that enter deeply. Let it wash the inner room. Let it loosen the chains you have worn too long. I am teaching you to receive forgiveness without suspicion. You have doubted mercy because shame felt familiar, but my kindness is not a trap. My open arms are not temporary. When you return to me, I do not keep reminding you of what I have washed clean. I teach you to live free and walk with a renewed heart. My beloved child, this does not mean you ignore responsibility. Mercy does not make you careless. Grace does not excuse a return to darkness. When I free you from condemnation, I also call you into transformation. I lift your head so you can walk differently. I heal your heart so you can choose life. Freedom is not permission to remain bound. Freedom is power to become new. My child, if there is something to confess, confess it. If there is something to repair, allow me to guide you. If there is a pattern to leave, do not make peace with what is stealing your soul. But do all of this from love, not shame, from hope, not despair, from my hand, not from the whip of condemnation. I correct the child I love. I restore the child who returns. My beloved child, hear my declaration over you. No condemnation can define you now. The stones have fallen. The accusers do not hold the final verdict. The old names are losing their power. My mercy is speaking louder than your regret. Stand up in grace. Walk forward in truth. Do not return to the prison I opened. My child, the next breath you take is covered by mercy. The next step you take can be guided by wisdom. The next season is not required to repeat the old one. I am making you new from the inside. And as condemnation loses its voice over you, I will speak life into every place that seemed dead, because dry bones are rising again under my word. My beloved child, as condemnation loses its voice over you, I want to speak life into every place that has seemed too dry to breathe again. Dry bones are rising again, not by human effort, not by shallow encouragement, not by pretending the valley is not real, but by my word, my breath, and my restoring power. My child, I know there are places in you that have felt like a valley of dry bones. Hopes that once had life now feel scattered. Dreams that once carried warmth now seem silent. Parts of your heart that once trusted easily have become guarded, tired, and unsure if they can ever feel alive again. I see that valley. I see every dry place. I see what you thought was too far gone. My beloved child, do not call dead what I have only allowed to rest. Do not call finished what I have not yet spoken over. Do not call hopeless what my breath has not yet touched. The valley may look empty to your eyes, but emptiness is not stronger than my voice. Where my word enters, life can return. Where my breath moves, what was scattered can rise. My child, remember the valley shown to the prophet Ezekiel. It was filled with dry bones, not sleeping bodies, not wounded soldiers, dry bones. To human eyes, there was no strength left, no movement left, no future left. It looked like the end of every story. Then I asked, can these bones live? The answer did not depend on what the valley looked like. It depended on me. My beloved child, this is the question I bring to your heart today. Can joy live again in the place where sorrow stayed too long? Can faith rise again after disappointment? Can love breathe again after betrayal? Can purpose return after years that felt wasted? Can peace grow again in a mind that has known fear? Your pain may answer no, your past may answer no, but I answer with life. My child, when I told Ezekiel to speak to the bones, nothing seemed possible. Yet as my word was released, bone came to bone. What had been scattered began to come together. What had looked disconnected began to find its place. What seemed useless began to take form again. This is what I am doing in you. I am gathering scattered pieces. I am reconnecting what pain separated. I am restoring structure where grief left confusion. My beloved child, restoration often begins before it feels alive. The bones came together before breath entered them. Shape came before movement. Order came before strength. Do not despise the early stage of restoration simply because you do not feel full life yet. The first sign may be small: a little peace, a clearer thought, a prayer that returns, a desire to hope again. My child, do not overlook these beginnings. When your heart begins to soften after being hard, dry bones are rising. When you can pray without feeling only anger, dry bones are rising. When you no longer believe every accusation, dry bones are rising. When you feel one quiet desire to live forward again, dry bones are rising. I am breathing where you thought nothing remained. My beloved child, I know some losses made you feel as though entire parts of your soul had been buried. You may have said, "Father, I used to be more joyful. I used to dream more freely. I used to trust more easily. I used to feel close to you without struggling so much." I heard those words, and I tell you now, what was broken can be restored in a deeper way. My child, I am not merely bringing you back to who you were before pain touched you. I am forming someone deeper, wiser, gentler, and stronger in my love. I am not rebuilding you with denial. I am rebuilding you with truth. I am not asking you to forget the valley. I am teaching you that the valley does not get to own your ending. My breath is greater than the valley. My mercy is greater than the ruin. My power is greater than the dryness. My beloved child, some people looked at your dry places and thought nothing could change. Some may have judged you by your tiredness. Some may have misunderstood your silence, your hesitation, your need to heal slowly. But I am not confused by your process. I know how resurrection begins. I know how to breathe gently. I know how to restore without breaking what is tender. My child, there are places in your life where I am bringing breath back. Breath to your prayers, breath to your hope, breath to your courage, breath to your relationships where peace can still be restored, breath to your calling where shame tried to silence you, breath to the inner child who learned to survive but forgot how to receive joy. Receive my breath slowly. Do not rush what I am reviving. Do not compare your healing to someone else's harvest. My beloved child, dry bones rising does not mean every old thing returns in its old form. Some things I raise as wisdom. Some things I raise as testimony. Some things I raise as compassion. Some things I raise as a new strength that did not exist before the valley. I am not limited to restoration that looks familiar. I can bring forth new life in holy ways. My child, if your heart feels dry today, come closer. Do not hide the dryness from me. Do not dress it up with religious words. Say, "Father, this place in me feels empty. This place feels tired. This place feels like it has no future." Then let me speak there. I am not offended by your honesty. I am drawn to the place you surrender. My beloved child, my word over you is not death but life, not shame but restoration, not final loss but holy renewal. What the enemy tried to scatter, I can gather. What time seemed to drain, I can refresh. What grief covered, I can uncover with mercy. Stand and listen. Life is beginning to move. Breath is entering the valley. My child, dry bones are rising again. Hope is not as dead as fear told you. Purpose is not as far as despair whispered. Your heart is not beyond my touch. The same God who found you in the wilderness, guarded you in silence, and defended you with justice is now breathing life into what felt impossible. Receive it. Believe it gently. Walk with me as it rises. You will not rise empty, beloved child. You will rise carrying lessons, tenderness, discernment, and a deeper hunger for my presence. The valley that once made you question your future will become the place where you learned that my breath can reach lower, deeper, and farther than any pain that tried to bury you. Nothing is too scattered for my hand to gather. And as life returns to the places that once seemed dry, I will show you why this healing is not only for you. You are becoming light for others. My beloved child, as life begins to return to the dry places within you, I want you to understand why I have been healing you so carefully. You are becoming light for others, not because you are perfect, not because you have never struggled, not because every wound has disappeared without a trace, but because my grace has met you in the dark, and what I have done in you will now shine through you. My child, I did not bring you through the wilderness only so you could remember the pain. I did not guard you through storms only so you could speak about survival. I did not breathe life into dry bones only so you could stand alone and keep the miracle hidden. I healed you so light could travel. I restored you so hope could move through you. My beloved child, there will be people who meet you and never know the full road you have walked. They may never know the prayers you whispered through tears, the nights you felt unseen, the battles you fought quietly, or the moments when you wondered if you would ever feel whole again. But they will sense something, a calmness, a gentleness, a light that was not born from easy days. My child, that light is my presence within you. It is not a performance. It is not something you must force. It is the fragrance of a soul that has been held by me through fire, silence, loss, and restoration. People may not understand your story, but they may be touched by the peace that now lives in your response. This is why I tell you not to despise what I have brought you through. Nothing surrendered to me is wasted. My beloved child, remember the woman at the well. She came carrying shame, thirst, and a story that made her avoid the eyes of others. She went to the well at an hour when fewer people would see her. She thought she was only coming for water, but I was waiting to give her living water. One encounter changed her direction. The woman who once hid became the woman who ran to tell others. My child, this is what my love does. It does not only comfort the hidden heart, it sends the healed heart back with testimony. It turns shame into courage. It turns silence into witness. It turns the place where someone once felt exposed into the place where my mercy becomes known. You are not disqualified by your past. You are being prepared through my grace. My beloved child, the comfort you received from me will become comfort for someone else. The patience I taught you in delay will help you sit gently with someone who is still waiting. The mercy I gave you when you felt ashamed will help you speak kindly to someone who feels unworthy. The peace I planted in your storm will steady another soul when their own sky grows dark. This is how light multiplies. It moves through healed places. It flows through surrendered pain. My child, do not think your influence must be loud to be powerful. A candle does not need to become the sun to change a dark room. A small lamp near a tired traveler can make the next step visible. In the same way, one gentle word, one patient response, one prayer offered with sincerity can become light for someone who feels lost. Heaven often moves quietly through obedient hearts. Do not underestimate small kindness. My beloved child, you are becoming light in your family, in your conversations, in your work, in the ordinary places where people carry invisible burdens. You may be the one who chooses peace when others expect anger. You may be the one who listens when someone feels ignored. You may be the one whose presence reminds another heart that tenderness is still possible. This is ministry, not always a platform, not always a crowd. Sometimes it is one soul meeting another soul with my love. My child, I know you may still feel unfinished. You may say, Father, how can I help others when I am still healing? But listen carefully. I do not use only those who have no scars. I often use those whose scars have become honest places of compassion. A person who has needed mercy knows how to offer mercy. A person who has wept knows how to sit with tears without rushing them. Your healing does not have to be perfect before my light can shine. Stay close to me. Let me keep healing as I keep using you. My beloved child, light must remain connected to its source. Do not try to pour from emptiness. Do not carry everyone until your own soul becomes dry again. Come back to me often. Rest in me. Let my word wash you. Let prayer refill the places service pours out. You are not the Savior. You are a vessel. The light is mine. My child, when you remember this, you will serve without pride and love, without losing yourself. You will not need applause to prove your purpose. You will not need everyone to understand your story before you shine. You will not need to speak loudly to carry power. My presence in you will do what human effort cannot do. Be faithful with what is near. Love the person in front of you. Carry peace into the room you are in. My beloved child, some people will be drawn to your light, and some may not understand it. Do not let either response define you. If they receive it, give thanks. If they reject it, keep walking in love. Light does not stop being light because someone closes their eyes. Remain gentle. Remain humble. Remain rooted in me. My child, I am making your life a testimony. Not a perfect story, but a redeemed one. Not a story without tears, but a story where tears became seed. Not a life untouched by darkness, but a life where darkness could not overcome the light I placed within you. This is what others need to see. They need to know that I still restore. They need to know that hope can return. They need to know that a wounded heart can become a well. My beloved child, you are becoming light for others. Let that truth settle in you with reverence. Your words can carry healing. Your patience can carry peace. Your story can carry courage. Your prayer can carry strength for someone who has almost stopped believing. Do not hide what I have healed. Do not bury what I have breathed upon. Do not call your testimony too small. My child, walk forward as a lamp in my hand. Stay near me, and I will keep the flame alive. Stay surrendered, and I will make your light pure. Stay humble, and I will let your life point back to me. And as you become light for others, I will gather all these words into prayer, confirmation, blessing, and a final call to remain connected to the voice that has been speaking to your heart today, beloved child. My beloved child, as you become light for others, I want to gather this whole journey into prayer, confirmation, blessing, and a final invitation to remain close to my voice. Do not rush away from this moment. Let your heart become still. Let every word settle deeper than emotion. My child, I have spoken to you through the wilderness, through the storm, through the silence, through the pain, and through the places that seemed too dry to live again. I have reminded you that you are not forgotten. I have shown you that the well is closer than you think. I have taught you not to measure my presence by changing feelings. I have shown you that peace is a weapon, and that some battles must be placed into my hands. My beloved child, I have told you that the storm cannot decide your destiny. I have warned you not to let pain make your heart bitter. I have called you to keep your light when others wound you. I have shown you that what hurt you can become a tool of refinement, and that forgiveness makes your roots grow deeper. None of these words were accidental. This has been my mercy, reaching for your heart. My child, I have also shown you that my silence is not abandonment. I am protecting you in ways you cannot see. What looked like delay may have been mercy. I have called you to rebuild the spiritual walls around your home, to trust my justice, and to receive the truth that no condemnation can define you now. Dry bones are rising again, and you are becoming light for others. My beloved child, now, bring your heart before me in prayer. Father, I come to you with open hands. I bring you the wilderness places where I felt unseen. I bring you the dry places where hope felt far away. I bring you the storms that made my heart tremble. I bring you the pain that tried to make me bitter. I bring you the silence I did not understand, the delays that tested me, and the wounds I could not heal by myself. Teach me to trust you again. Teach me to hear you again. Teach me to walk with peace again. My child, I receive that prayer. I receive the words you can speak, and I receive the sighs beneath them. I receive the tears you have hidden. I receive the questions you have carried. I receive the places where faith still feels small and trembling. Do not be ashamed of trembling faith. A trembling hand can still reach mine. A trembling heart can still be held by grace. My beloved child, I speak peace over your mind. Let racing thoughts slow down under my presence. Let old accusations lose their strength. Let fear stop pretending to be wisdom. Let every anxious imagination bow before my truth. I am not confused about your life. I know the road, the timing, the doors, and the healing still unfolding within you. Rest your mind in me. I speak peace over your heart. Let the wound that has replayed for too long begin to loosen. Let bitterness lose its root. Let forgiveness become possible, even if it begins slowly. Let your heart stay soft without becoming careless wise, without becoming cold open to me, even when people have disappointed you. My child, I speak peace over your home. May every room become a place where my presence is welcome. May harsh words lose their power. May old resentment be surrendered. May prayer return where fear has been loud. May your home become a refuge, not because everything is perfect, but because my spirit is invited there. My beloved child, I speak life over the dry bones within you. Hope will rise again. Peace will rise again. Joy will rise again. Purpose will rise again. Not all at once perhaps, but truly, deeply, and according to my timing. What looked dead to you has not been beyond my breath. Receive my breath. Receive my mercy. Receive my restoring love. My child, I confirm over you now that you are seen. You are not abandoned in the wilderness. You are not defeated by the storm. You are not defined by rejection. You are not buried beneath shame. You are not forgotten in the waiting. You are my beloved child. You are held. You are being restored. You are being led. My beloved child, walk forward with peace. When fear tries to return, remember that I am near. When delay tries to discourage you, remember that timing can be mercy. When people wound you, remember not to surrender your light. When old condemnation speaks, remember that my mercy has spoken louder. Do not go back to the prison I opened. Do not pick up the chains I broke. Do not dim the light I restored. My child, let your life become a testimony. Not a perfect story, but a redeemed one. Let others see that I still heal. Let them see that dry bones can live again. Let them see that peace can remain, even when the storm is still passing. Let them see that forgiveness can free a soul from bitterness. You are becoming light. Carry that light humbly. Carry it gently. Carry it close to me. My beloved child, if this message has touched your heart, do not let it end as only a passing feeling. Return to it when your spirit feels tired. Let these words remind you that God still speaks, still sees, still protects, still restores, and still calls his children forward with love. And before this message closes, I invite you to stay connected to this channel. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the next message of hope, healing, correction, and peace. Let these words continue to meet you when your soul needs strength. Let them become a gentle reminder that heaven has not gone silent over your life. Share this message with someone who is walking through a wilderness, someone who feels forgotten, someone who needs to remember that the well may be closer than they think. You never know whose heart will be lifted by one word of light. My beloved child, receive this final blessing. May my peace guard your thoughts. May my mercy cover your past. May my truth guide your steps. May my love heal what still aches. May my light shine through your life without pride. Walk forward now, not as one abandoned, but as one held by the Father. Walk not as one defeated, but as one being restored. Walk not as one hidden in shame, but as one called into light. I am with you in the wilderness. I am with you in the storm. I am with you in the waiting. I am with you in the rebuilding. And I will remain with you until the work I have begun is complete. Rest in this, my beloved child. Your story is not over. My hand is still upon you. My voice is still calling you. My grace is still carrying every step even now today. Amen.